that will benefit our rocket launch. A combustible gas. Can you guys say the word combustible?
Combustible.
Now, friends, this balloon is filled with a combustible gas known as hydrogen. Can you say hydrogen?
Hydrogen.
Now, friends, hydrogen happens to be the lightest element scientists have discovered to date. It is substantially lighter than air. So if I begin to fill our Pringles can rocket with hydrogen gas, the lighter hydrogen begins to fill the can from the top down, pushing the heavier air out of the bottom of the can. Now, the word combustible means that things can burn and release heat energy. That combustion reaction can be contained inside our Pringles can rocket. So if I place the rocket on the stand and I wear the appropriate laboratory safety attire, we can then remove the tape from the top of the rocket, allowing the lighter hydrogen to escape. If I ignite that hydrogen gas, maybe.
What's coming from
Now, we can give it a quick countdown here. From 5, 4. Friends,
God, that's scary. It was red as knew it was coming.
Equal and opposite reactions. Now, friends, Isaac Newton says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, the first action was the combustion of the hydrogen gas. As that gas rapidly combusted, it began to push outwards in all directions. But could that reaction escape and push out of the top of the rocket? No. Could it escape out of the sides of the rocket? No. So which direction did that reaction push? It pushed down. As the burning gas is pushed down, what was the equal and opposite reaction? Yeah, the rocket went up. As that combustion reaction pushed down, the rocket went up. Friends, Sir Isaac Newton says for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, we can use that law to have do some pretty complicated things like shooting rockets into space, but we can also have a lot of fun. I need another volunteer to come and help me out. Let's see, I believe I'm looking for someone who has been helping me out today. Oh, front row. And you already helped me out, Have you been answering my questions? You already helped me out, haven't you? Have you been down here? No, I'm sorry. You've been answering my questions for me the whole time. Thank you for helping me out. What's your name? Jasmine, I want you to hold our pogo stick here, Jasmine. Now, Jasmine, the pogo stick uses the science of equal and opposite reactions. Jasmine, you know the theory about how to run a pogo stick, like the idea about how to do it? Right.
Jump.
And bounce. Yeah, and jump. All right, so Jasmine, let's try this out. Let's see. One foot, left foot on the green pedal. Right foot on the purple, on the pink pedal. All right, Jasmine, let's begin to bounce. And bounce. Now, Jasmine, as now applied. Isaac Newton's third law of equal and opposite reactions. Allowing Jasmine to jump on our pogo stick. Now, as Jasmine pushes down, the spring pushes Jasmine back up. Equal and opposite reaction. You guys give Jasmine a applause. The science of equal and opposite reactions. Now, as Jasmine begins to push down, a spring inside of our pogo stick pushes Jasmine back up. What force pulls Jasmine back down? Gravity. Compressing the spring then pushing Jasmine back up. Isaac Newton says that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, friends, we can apply that same laws to riding skateboards, riding your bicycles, even running and walking. The science of equal and opposite reactions. Now, friends, we've seen a lot of amazing things today. Wouldn't you guys agree with me? Yeah. But probably the most amazing thing that we've seen today is first, there's motion around us all the time, even though we think we're sitting still. Our Earth is rotating and orbiting around the sun. Gravity is holding us in place. We learned that gravity is a constant force, and it pulls all objects back to the center of the Earth at the same speed, regardless of their mass. We then discovered that there are a variety of forces that affect objects in motion. Forces such as air resistance, friction, and centrifugal force. All affect objects that are moving. We learned that the gyroscope, the most awesome toy of all time, applied the science of centrifugal force and the center of gravity. We then studied Sir Isaac Newton. We learned about his 3 laws of motion: the law of inertia, the law of acceleration, and the law of equal and opposite reactions. But friends, no matter how amazing the things that we have seen today have been, for me, it would never be an appropriate trip into a science laboratory without getting to blow something up. Would you guys agree with me?
Yeah!
All right, now, luckily for you guys, I have designed a very simple experiment that involves 3 different gases. Now, this first gas you guys are probably familiar with, as it's fairly common. It is very safe, it is lighter than air, and it starts with an H. Does anybody know the name of this gas? Helium. Can you all say helium? Now, friends, as you begin to study the periodic table of the elements, you will find helium, He, number 2, on top of the noble gases. Helium is a very light but very safe gas. Friends, helium is so safe that we give our friends helium balloons for their birthdays. And we would never give someone a dangerous gas on their birthday. So what I need you guys to do is I need you to form a hypothesis. Can you say hypothesis? Hypothesis. Simply an educated guess. What do you think happens to our balloon filled with a very safe gas if I add some heat energy? The balloon might do what? Pop. Now, pop sounds like a fairly safe word for a safe gas. I think pop is an excellent hypothesis. I will encourage you to cover your ears if you don't have the sound of the word pop, but to keep your eyes open, as you'll probably want to see what happens. As we're going to take and add 2 matches as our ignition source to our balloon filled with the very safe helium gas in 3, 2, 1. Friends, did our balloon simply pop? Yeah. So was pop a good hypothesis? Yes, it was an excellent educated guess. But now we can ask ourselves a very important scientific question. Can you say, what if?
What if?
What if is a very important question that scientists get to ask all of the time. What if we had another balloon? And what if that balloon was filled with a different gas? Friends, this gas is also lighter than air. It also starts with an H, but by the name of hydrogen. Can you say hydrogen?
Yeah.
Friends, hydrogen gas. H. Number 1 on the periodic table of the elements, hydrogen is the gas that we use for our rocket launch. It is a combustible gas. Can you say the word combustible?
Combustible.
As you learn, the word combustible means that it can burn and release heat energy. However, in this experiment, friends, this combustion reaction can now escape in all directions. I will encourage you to cover your ears if you do not like loud noises. However, keep your eyes open, as you will definitely want to see what happens if you brought your earplugs from home today. Now would be a great time to use them, as we will add our ignition source to our balloon filled with the combustible hydrogen gas. In 3, 2, 1. Now we know that the word combustible means that these can burn and release heat energy. But can you say what if?
What if?
What if we had a way to make that combustion reaction happen even faster? Now, friends, we can do that by adding a catalyst. Can you say catalyst?
Catalyst.
Now, friends, a catalyst is anything that can speed
so
up
hungry
a
already,
reaction. In this case, we have our third balloon. Now, this balloon has been filled with the combustible hydrogen gas. However, we have now added a catalyst, something that can speed up that reaction. This catalyst is known as oxygen. Now, friends, we've added a small amount of oxygen to our balloon. But I was thinking, wait a minute. Hydrogen, oxygen, H2O, water. Well, inside of our balloon, we have a much different reaction. And we will get a completely different result. So, I will request at this time that everyone in the room please cover your ears, even if you really like loud noises. Again, if you brought your earplugs from home today, now is the time to use them. As we will add 2 matches as our ignition source to our balloon filled with the combustible hydrogen gas mixed with oxygen.
I'm so scared.
And 3, 2, 1. Shockwave hit you. Yes! That sound wave traveling at a speed faster than 761 miles per hour at the speed of sound. Now, while I have your attention, can we all agree that combustible gases can be very dangerous? Yes! Alright, so will you promise me that you will always leave experiments up to the experts in a science laboratory? Promise? Yes! Alright, now you promise me, so I can let you guys in on a little bit of a secret. If you would like to do experiments that involve combustible or even explosive gases on a regular basis, I will encourage you to study hard, to go to college and get a degree in science. And then you could get to blow stuff up all the time. That sounds something you guys want to do? Yeah! Give yourself a round of applause. Let's give science a round of applause. You guys have been an amazing audience this morning, and I must reward you. In fact, right now, I'm going to dismiss you. My good friend Miss Amy here. Miss Amy will take you down the hallway to your very own science laboratories, where you will get to perform your very own hands-on science experiments. So, you guys want to do? All right, I need everybody to remain seated, except for the back row. The back row, will you please stand up, back row?